Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I have a special video. LeBron just announced he may retire, so that might have been the last playoff performance he ever had. So what I wanted to do is look at all of his playoff performances in terms of his years being in the playoffs and then rank them on this list. Was it a GOAT performance, an all-time great performance, a very good performance, or an underperformance performance? By LBJ standards, right? Obviously, he's not going to score like 15 points or whatever, right? But did he underperform? So, we're going to get right to this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more content. We're going to look at his first postseason, was the 2005-2006 postseason. He came in as a 4 seed, I believe, and he lost in the second round. I'm going to put it at very good. He lost in 7 games to the Detroit Pistons, who won 64 games. It is extremely impressive. I think they had a 3-2 lead as well, so it really gave them a scare, which is always a really good sign for your young superstar, that he's giving a really great team a scare like that. I'm not gonna put it all-time great. No one talks about that like that for real, but it's a very good performance nonetheless. The 06-07, I think he made to the NBA Finals, which is crazy, right? That's pretty crazy. I'm put that at all-time great. That's crazy. Like, first year he comes in and he scares the Pistons, and the second year he makes the finals. That's some GOAT stuff. Yeah, that's some real GOAT stuff. They lost. The San Antonio Spurs did completely stifle him. The defense was amazing. I'm not gonna give him too much. I'm not gonna hit him too much on that because the Spurs defense was so elite, and LeBron was essentially really by himself in that finals run. But that's the year when he scored 25 straight points against the Pistons, and 29 of the last 30 in that game 5. So that's an all-time great performance. They called it Jordan-esque. I'll put you at all-time great. The next year, I'm also going to put that the 07-08. The reason why I put that all-time great is because one thing about LeBron, he is one of the only players I know that's like a one-man machine in terms of like he can make a team be great just by himself if you just give him really good defensive options and shooters. He faced the Boston Celtics, the all-time great Boston Celtics team, took them to 7, and I think he dropped like 44 points or something like that. He had a duel in Game 7 with Paul Pierce. That is very impressive to do by yourself. Like I said, if Cleveland gave LeBron another offensive option, built the team around him better, the Cleveland Cavaliers could have been a dynasty. Unfortunately, they were extremely incompetent, but it is an all-time great performance. Looking at here, this is his first MVP season, so the 2008 to 2009 season. He lost. Now I'm gonna put very good. The reason I'm not gonna put it all, like, he played really well, and he did have that game-winning shot against Orlando, so he definitely played very well in this postseason. It's just really, it's really sad how they lost in 6. The Magic were a better team, I'd say, but it's just like we all wanted that LeBron versus Kobe finals, and I can't put you at all-time great when you lose in 6 to Orlando like that, man, because that is just so disappointing, especially in his standards. Because if I put very good, and you may say, Jesse, that's not very good, he averaged 30-something, whatever, but I'm talking about his standards, not in regular people's standards, because this is top 2 player ever. So I put that very good. It's so sad he wasn't able to face Kobe. I'm putting the last one in Cleveland, I'm putting that in underperform. He played well until he faced Boston, and then those last 3 games, he completely just disappeared. I'm not gonna, and then he left Cleveland after that. Definitely, we're putting that underperform. That was a very terrible way to finish your first Cleveland tenure. Cleveland fans started burning your jersey. The owner said that you quit. Definitely putting that underperform. And then we going back-to-back underperform. So his legacy going down the crapshoot at this moment, because in the very next year, he 2010-11, he loses in the finals to Dirk Nowitzki, and he has literally the worst finals choke or worst finals underperformance from a high superstar like that of all time. Scores 8 points in a game. Jason Terry's locking him up. That's terrible. So literally back-to-back years of underperform is pretty terrible. That's interesting. Because I know the slander LeBron was getting was insane. I bet you if social media was like as prominent, social media existed back then, but if it was at the level of prominence it is now in terms of all these channels and all this, the streaming and all, and then everybody's on social, more people on social media now than back then that would have been a crazy time for LeBron for sure. But we will go to the 2011-12, and we're going to put you at all-time great, because if you look at that picture right there, that moment is an all-time great moment. He scored, he faced Boston. They were down 3-2. He scored 30 points in the first half, 45 in the game. That's one of his top 3 greatest games of all time. That meme is hilarious. And he was able to beat the Boston Celtics and win his first NBA championship by beating the Baby Thunder with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. Beat them boys in 5 games. So, it's about, it was about time. He had that "it's about time" comment when he won the championship. So, congratulations, all-time great moment. And the next year, 2012-13, he was saved by Ray Allen. That is true, but I will also put that in the all-time great performance as well. That was Super LeBron. This is the best version of LeBron. 2012 or 13 season. And before the Ray Allen shot, LeBron was playing really well in that fourth quarter to get the Miami Heat back into the game in the first place, and he hit the game dagger in that game 7 to get his second straight championship and to build the, I guess, mini Miami Heat dynasty. So I will also put that in his all-time great performances. 2013-14, I'm put that very good. Nothing really notable, nothing really crazy happened, I'd say, in that postseason. Kawhi Leonard did a decent job defending LeBron. That's why he won Finals MVP. And LeBron lost. I think they had the Heat had the worst finals margin loss ever. The Spurs blew them out amazingly in that finals. But hey, he didn't play bad. He didn't really play bad. It's just there's nothing really notable. So we'll just put that very good. We're gonna go to this. Now this whole Cleveland tenure. I'll tell you this. The whole Cleveland tenure. Because what made LeBron a GOAT candidate, right? Because if you go up to this point, right, he's not in Cleveland yet. He's not in the second time come back to Cleveland. I'm coming home, that thing. But this whole 4 years in Cleveland is what made him like a GOAT candidate. Because these 4 performances, none of them are going to the very good, and none of them are going to the underperformed category. They're all going to either all-time great or GOAT performance. So, looking here, you look at the 2014-15, we were close. That could have been a GOAT performance. Could have been. But he lost. It's fine. But also, his shooting percentage went down the crapper when Andre Iguodala started guarding him in that finals when the Warriors faced the Cavs. But before, LeBron was amazing. All of his players got injured, but he was up 2-1 against Golden State Warriors. And people, even with the loss, even with him losing, people were considering giving him the Finals MVP. That's how great he played. But he lost, and his field goal percentage went down, so I'm going to put that all-time great. Now, 2015-16 season. Now, I'm telling you, I'm gonna put that right now. I'm putting that at GOAT performance for right now, because we may adjust that. But being down 3-1 in the NBA Finals against Steph Curry, unanimous MVP, Golden State Warriors, most wins of all time, super dynasty team, and to win 3 straight games, have 40 points twice, get a triple-double in Game 7, get the greatest block in NBA history, and have literally the best script writing, plot writing ever in that Game 7, and probably the most significant game ever in the most significant championship ever. He led both teams in points, assists, rebounds, steals, and blocks. First player ever to do that in history. That definitely belongs right there. Now there's gonna be a debate coming soon, because there's another one we can there's gonna be a debate, but for right now, definitely we putting that GOAT performance. 2016-17. I might even put that. I gotta put that closer to the all-time great number 1. That is also that's close. It could be GOAT because he was averaging like a 34-point triple-double or something like that in the finals. But then Kevin Durant joined the Warriors and ruined everything. If Kevin Durant didn't join the Warriors, I do believe LeBron would have beat the Warriors, because I think this is LeBron's true peak. This is him peaking into the point, but this is if I was to say, is there a player better than Michael Jordan? It's either that 2012 LeBron or is this Cleveland tenure, because him in the finals is insane. When he plays in the finals, it's insane. But unfortunately, Steph Curry also main character. He got KD. So that's all-time great. 2018 LeBron. Now 2018 LeBron, that's the one. That's the one. Because now I'm like, is that the GOAT performance? Because I can only put 1 in that GOAT performance. And I might have to do it. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to do it. Because I'll do it. Yeah, I got you. 2018 LeBron is quite literally that postseason run might literally be the best player ever. If you were to tell me, Jesse, there's a player better than Michael Jordan, I'll say, okay, that's him. Those 2 months, that's him. Because he has nobody on his team, and he faced some good. He faced the Pacers, beat him in 7 games. He swept the Raptors. That was LeBron told that Toronto just complete clowns in that playoff series, and they faced the Celtics, and his team is terrible. He has an awful team, but LeBron beat them in 7 games. Now I will tell you, if they won that Game 1, right? Because he dropped 51 against Golden State when they faced KD and Steph. If somehow LeBron beat that Warriors team, I'm just saying, if somehow, because when he lost that game, he got frustrated, I think he punched something, broke his hand, and then everything went down the crapshoot. But if he was able to beat that team, there would be no doubt in my mind he is the greatest basketball player who has ever laced them up. I wouldn't even talk about Michael Jordan no more, because that would have been the most impressive thing I've ever seen. Unfortunately, that plot wasn't going that way, but we still going to say, hey, his performance in itself is more significant than KD's and Steph Curry's ring that year. I promise, because I also lost too. It pissed me off. But that performance is better than that. So I'm just, move on from that. So that's good. We're going to go to the bubble year, because this year he didn't go to the playoffs and his first year in LA. So we're going to have to skip and ignore that year completely. The bubble year, we're going to say very good. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say all time. I'm going to say very good. I'm going to say very good. He played really well. Anthony Davis, it was like a two-man show. Anthony Davis was also, literally Anthony Davis could probably be in the all-time great category if he had his own little thing here. He won Finals MVP. He played obviously extremely well, but Anthony Davis was so great in himself that I'm not going to say I'm not going to put it comparing to all these all-time great moments he had here. I'm not going to put it in that same category. I don't think it belongs to be there. I'm going to say, his last, the one we faced the Suns, I'm only going to say underperformed, because I think, he was injured. His team was injured. He didn't really do anything in that first round. That makes me say, oh my gosh, LeBron is so crazy. So I'm not going to say anything. And I'm going to say his last this year, I'm going to say, because this series was terrible when he faced the Nuggets just now. He didn't play very well, but he had a really good last game in that game 4. I'm going to say very good. I was going to put underperform, but I'm going to say very good, because even though he played bad in the series, he did do his thing, played well against Golden State, and then he played well against the Grizzlies. And, I have to judge him according to his age. He's 38. So he's old, and he's playing like that. It's the best 38-year-old ever to play like that. So definitely, I'm going to go ahead and put it like that. And like I said, that one, he didn't make the playoffs his first year in LA. But that's the ranking. So I put the 2018 one as the GOAT performance. 26. Everything. Basically, the majority of his Cleveland tenure, second go around, I put that at all-time great. I also put his finals run, and I put his the one where he went to 7 against the Celtics, and then 2 of his Heat performances. I put the other Heat performance, the 2013-14 one, very good. I put his first playoffs, second playoffs, his last playoffs, or his last 2 and his first 2. And I put his bubble one. And then the underperform, the one that's Phoenix, I put that at the bottom. And those 2 choke jobs he had, put that at the bottom. So those are his rankings. If this year last postseason, which it may well be, then that's your catalog. So it's a great career, man. So if this is it, hey, so long. But hey, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more content like this and more finals content. And I will catch you guys on the next one. And I'm out of here.